Okay, math notes for today. So while you're watching this video, please have page 9 from the Missing Angles Unit packet open so that you can write the notes as I do. Okay, so we're about to talk about what happens when you have two parallel lines and a line cuts through them. Okay, so first and foremost, J and K are my parallel lines. We've talked about parallel lines in the past. They are two lines that run an equal distance from each other forever and ever and ever. Okay, so if you'll notice, the distance here is the exact same as the distance here, and that will never change, and that is what makes them parallel. The line that is cutting through them, this line T up here, that is the transversal, okay? Any line that cuts through parallel lines is called a transversal. So what happens is that 8 angles are formed when this transversal cuts through both parallel lines. And what they've learned is that some of these angles have relationships with each other, and our job is to learn the names that they call those pairs of angles and the relationships that they have. Okay, so the first angle type are corresponding angles. So when we're talking about corresponding angles, the location, the way we describe it, is that they have the same location on different lines. Or one of the ways that I used to like to call it is, if you think of the parallel lines like streets, and the transversal is like the road that goes through it. It's the same corner but a different street. So let's talk about what that means. So when we are looking at angles, for example, angle 1 is on J line or J street, and it is in the upper left-hand corner. So the corresponding angle would be moving down to K line or K street and picking the angle that's in the upper left-hand corner. So that's why it's the same location, just on a different line. So 1 and 5 are corresponding. So there is more than one pair, so let's talk about all the different pairs that we have. Okay, so for an example, angle 1 and angle 5 are corresponding. You can then do that with every corner. So here's angle 2, which is in the upper right-hand corner of line J. So going down to line K, the one in the upper right-hand corner, is 6. So angle 2 and angle 6 are corresponding. We can keep going. We can do the lower left-hand corner. Angle 4 is in the lower left-hand corner of J. Angle 8 is in the lower left-hand corner of K. So angle 4 and angle 8 are corresponding. And then, of course, that leaves the lower right-hand corner of 3 and 7. Okay? Now, corresponding angles have a relationship to each other in that they are always equal. Okay? Corresponding angles are equal to each other. Now, if you don't have all this written down, just pause the video and write it down real quick, and then restart playing it again when you're ready to move on to the next type of angle. All right, moving on for me. The next type of angle is called alternate interior angles. What alternate interior angles mean is that both angles have to be inside the pair of parallel lines. So they have to be below line J and above line K. They're also on opposite sides of the transversal and one on each line. One is on J and one is on K. Okay, so we can write that down. 1 J, 1 on K. Okay, that's what it means. Okay, so you can have inside angles, but if both of them are on J and both of them are on K, they're not alternate interior. So what does that mean in terms of the picture? Moving up. Okay, so alternate interior means that they have to be below J, so 1 and 2 are not interior, and they have to be above K. So 8 and 7 are not interior. Okay, so if I start with 4, it has to be on the opposite side. So 3 and 6 are both on the opposite side of 4, but 3 is on the same line. 6 is the only one that is opposite and interior. Okay, so angle 4 and angle 6 are alternate interior. There is one other pair because we have another set. So we have angle 3 right here. It is also interior. The one opposite, but on a different line, is angle 5. All right, I'm double check that I read that correct. Yep, angle 3 and angle 5. Okay, the relationship between alternate interior angles is that they are equal. So if we know the measure of angle 4, we know the measure of angle 6. If we know the measure of angle 3, we know the measure of angle 5. All right, again, if you're still writing, pause the video and finish writing. I'm moving on to the next one when you press play. The next one is alternate exterior angles. Okay, so alternate exterior angles are very similar to alternate interior, only now we're talking about outside of the parallel lines. They are still on opposite sides of the transversal, and they are on different lines. Okay, so again, you have to have one from J and one from K. Okay, if they are on the same line, there's something different. They're probably supplementary or vertical or something like that. These are, we have one from the top line and one from the bottom line. So let's talk about what that looks like. We'll erase our alternate interior demonstration. All right, so now we are talking about the exterior angles. So that means we have to be above J and below K. So 4 and 3 are out, they are interior. 5 and 6 are out, they are interior. So now we're just dealing with these 4 angles that are exterior. They are outside of the parallel lines. So starting with 1, see 2 is opposite of the transversal, but it's on the same line. So that doesn't count. I have to have one angle from J and one angle from K. Well, 8 is on the same side. 7 is the only one that is opposite. So 1 and 7 are our first pair of alternate exterior. Okay, so moving on with that, we have angle 2. The only one left is angle 8. So they are alternate exterior. They're both outside, one on each line and opposite sides of the transversal. So 2 and 8. Angle 2 and angle 8. Now their relationship, I don't know if you're noticing a trend, is they are equal to each other. So if angle 1 is 50, angle 7 is 50. If angle 2 is 102, angle 8 is 102. So knowing 1 and knowing the relationship, you automatically know 2 angles, or more sometimes. Okay, last one. The next one, I put them together. It's interior or exterior angles on the same side. So there, again, we have a pair of angles. Both angles are inside the parallel lines, or both outside And let's add that in. I don't think I can type it, so I'm going to have to write it, guys. Okay. All right. Now, but these are on the same side of the transversal, and they are also one, oh, that should be a one, on each line or different lines. Okay. So what that means, let's clear out our other example. Okay. Is that if we did, for example, same side interior, okay? So we're dealing with same side interior. We have to be inside these parallel lines, so below J and above K. So if I took one of those angles, which is angle 4, now I'm going to stay on the same side. So angle 4 is on the left side of the transversal T. The only other one that is inside and on the left side is angle 5. Okay, so 4 and 5 are same side interior. Okay, so we'll do an interior here. Angle 4 and angle 5 are same side interior. Is there anything else? Let's check. Okay, so another angle that is inside is angle 3. Angle 3 is on the right-hand side of the transversal. The only other one that is inside and on the right side is angle 6. So that is also same side interior. All right. So just like that, it also works with exterior angles. So for the exterior, we're going to look for both outside the parallel lines, but on the same side of the transversal. Okay, so for exterior, we're going to follow the green. They have to be outside. So for example, angle 1 is on the left side and exterior. Its same side interior is angle 8. Same side exterior, I think that's what I said. If I didn't, I apologize. Okay, the other pair, angle 2 and angle 7. Those are both exterior on the outside of the parallel lines and both on the right-hand side. All right, their relationship is a little bit different in that those pairs of angle add up to 180. So they have like that supplementary relationship. Okay, so take a second, make sure that you have all of this written down. If you need to go back and replay anything, you can. And then answer the questions at the end of the video, and we will be ready for the classwork tomorrow. If you guys have any questions, please let me know. All right, guys. Good job. Happy math. And I'll see you soon.